Alright, you cockadoodle douchebags. 2 weeks are in the books. I unfortunately am coming off of a loss to the now 2-0 Eric Lucas, who happens to be at the top of the scrotum poll with Mark, also 2-0, who just so happens to be the team that I am facing this week. Although I will say this, I will happily face off with him, taking my #1 ranked running back, LaShawn McCoy, against his #1 ranked kicker in Dan Bailey. I've got the #2 running back just for the sake of argument, just so you guys know. Keep that there. Mark, I can tell that you obviously did not watch the Monday night game. I know this very clearly because Antonio Brown is still in your lineup. God, just pathetic. Michael, I thought you said those guys were supposed to be good. I will say I am legitimately concerned about Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch playing against the just god-awful Jaguars, so you can probably count on a good 100 points between the two of them just running all over those assholes. So that's going to be tough to overcome. Mark, of course, 2-0 after his win against Wifey Maria in the Juwan Bowl. Actually, kind of a low-scoring, close game. Came right down to the edge, though, and Maria kept it close despite leaving Stephen Ridley in. And looking at your lineup, yeah, that makes sense. He really is your best option. Ew, that sucks. The good news is you did get a nice free upgrade with Trent Richardson going to Indianapolis, so he'll fit nicely into that offense and should get you some free points that you don't particularly deserve. Maria is going up against Maiko, who is the #2 scoring leader thus far in the league. I forget who #1 is. Probably someone really good, if I had to guess. Maiko is bringing the handcuffs out of the bedroom into his lineup with Joak Bell. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. I don't particularly give a shit either. And Bernard Pierce. And who knows? Maybe this is one of those 2 or 3 weeks where Chris Johnson actually shows up and puts up some points. Also, Maiko quick on picking up McGahee despite the noticeable disadvantage of not being on a team. I kid. I was going to take it myself, but he beat me to it. Strong move if he actually ends up in Cleveland. Maiko just trounced Matt, who absolutely destroyed him. Matt is the latest victim of the S-Jacks curse, but he did manage an awesome pickup by getting James Starks, which should really help him out against Hoofy in what ESPN is projecting to be a very close game. And looking at it, I'll be honest with you, I actually agree with the projections for once. Hoofy really sticking to the homer guns. David Wilson, 174th ranking in the league with his year total points of -2. Take a moment to point out the fact that you'd be better off by having no one in that position. That's right, no one at all is better than David Wilson. But bless you for sticking with him. And then the Giants defense, 32nd ranking in the league with -8. And the crazy thing is, I think you're the only team that has 2 defenses on your roster. And you're playing the Giants over the 30th ranked Packers, who are also just doing abysmally with 1 point on the year. 1 point. Honestly, Brian, why don't you just pick up whichever defense is going against the Giants each week and just take those guaranteed 12 points for the interceptions that Eli throws away and just play that way? I think it's probably a smarter move for you. You did come off of a win against Mikey T, inexplicably. I guess probably Peyton Manning fueled, if I had to guess. Mikey T had a rough week as his namesake, Golden Taint, only put up 2 points. But the good thing is he did put together some good lineup changes as he goes against Kirch, who is on a hot winning streak. 1 week strong, taking down Becker. And clearly just beating a significantly more competent player, which I guess we could say that anytime Kirch wins, if it does happen again. Really what I'm waiting right now to see is if and when he makes any lineup changes to his team. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, bye weeks will start sooner or later, so I guess that kind of forces his hand. And then speaking of Becker, I hope someone put him on suicide watch. Just a demoralizing loss there. But the good news is he is projected to have an awesome week this week. He's got a strong team. He goes against Lucas. Projected to absolutely crush him. Should be a good game. And guys, really, really close season so far. And I'm looking at the standings. There is a legitimate top chance that we could come out of week 3 with a 6-way tie for first at 2-1. So that would be pretty interesting. I like that. There's some parity, and we're actually keeping it close and making it interesting. Jerseys. So as much as I would love to say that I have a Dennis Scott jersey, I don't. Mark, you got it right. That is an Anthony Hardaway jersey from the Magic. Still waiting on that little penny jersey that I would love to have custom made, but I don't know if anyone even remembers that reference at this point. But anyway, that's what I got. Hope that you troglodytes have a good week, and suck my dick.